Hello everyone, Treecks here, and welcome to Driver 2, part 18. Already approaching 20 parts in this project. And that is not for nothing, that is because we have basically entered the finale part of this project. One more thing we need to do in order to 100% complete Driver 2. Finishing off the final couple of missions in Undercover mode. We have started doing the first two in the last episode, and both of them proved in a pretty well way that this game is getting harder the further we get. Both missions were pretty difficult and pretty long. I was able to get both of them first try, but there is still plenty of more missions to actually do. And I don't think any of them are going to be any easier than the ones we just did, so we might be looking at some failure at some point. And the third one. And that one I actually consider as one of the easier ones in Rio. Unlike the first two, now for something a bit easier. Caine actually called us in the last mission to say we need to steal a limousine that is going to be used in order to move cash from a mansion. And if we are able to steal it, we're going to be able to put a gap in Vasquez's wallet. Now that we have the police car that we stole in the previous mission, let's go use it. And make sure that Vasquez's cash gets turned into Caine's cash. Now, is it still raining? I guess it is. I'm not happy. The limousine actually approaches here in the central area. It's going to be very easy to get him. You don't even have to go very far. Just force him to stop. Oh, accidentally step into the police car again. And simply steal the limousine. Nothing more. Like I said, completely useless to steal a police car. We could have done this in any car, let's be honest. We also need to be honest on where we need to go. Turning the map. Does look a bit different now, does it? Just for that reason it's worth it to show it off. But like I promised, we were actually going to be visiting the mansion in Praca de Bandeira at some point. It is indeed going to be in this mission. Unlike in the previous mission, now we're actually driving around in complete darkness. It was becoming dark in mission 2 and now it's completely dark. And I was stupid enough to bump into the limousine, so I've already lost my headlights. Just pay close attention. Luckily the other cars still have their headlights, so should be able to avoid them. First turn coming up. Do be careful whenever driving around in a limousine. We're going to need a bigger angle to actually make our turns. We're not able to actually see it from behind, but this is of course a longer vehicle. So, we need a bigger circle to turn around. Can be a bit tricky, I guess. But once you're used to it, hopefully not going to be a problem. Boom. Always funny whenever you try to squeeze your way through the traffic and still hit them. Especially in a long vehicle like this. Perhaps a bit too difficult to actually avoid. And oh yeah, this actually leads towards the entrance to the highway. Probably would have been wiser to stick to the other road. Because this way I need to actually do some tricky turning. We should still be able to get there, even like this. But the cornering would have been a bit easier if I just stick to the regular road. Oh, speaking of which, we are running out of time almost, I see. So perhaps the timing is a bit more strict in this mission than I thought it would be. Am I even going to be able to reach this? Yeah, it looks like I will, but it is tight. Yeah, 3 seconds. Did not expect the timing to be this strict in this mission, but perhaps my poor choice of route going here was also a factor in that. At least we have been able to reach it. Let's go pick up the money. Our money. Hi, sir. I think you know why I'm here. Hand over the bags.
O dinheiro vai para lado, hein? Onde está o Henrique? O que está acontecendo? Venha cá! É o motorista do Caine!
I don't think he trusts us. Time to get out of here. He knows we're working for Caine. Or like he says, Caine. Oh, once again going to be the same safe house. That is the only thing that's a bit boring so far in Rio. Every single mission ends in the same location. The same safe house in the center. But at least we go there from a different spot every single time. This one is a bit easier to, well, get to than in the previous mission. Once again we're going to be followed. This time around it's similar to the first mission. It is going to be Vasquez's gang again. And not the police. And yeah, there we go. Oh! Traffic. I'm already getting annoyed by the traffic in F-Zero maximum velocity. And now I'm playing a game where I'm also dealing with the traffic. There's a lot of driving around in my channel. Sometimes in regular cars in the 70s and sometimes in futuristic cars in the far future. But one thing never changes in the different eras. Traffic. Like explained in an earlier episode, I can remember. One of the most annoying things in driving games. Traffic. Also, of course, opponents. Enemies. But usually they are a lot less of a hindrance. They're very good at missing me after all, so... Especially on a broad road like this. There's plenty of room to avoid them, and you're usually not bothered by them. He left again. That we can actually use as proof. 50 seconds remaining. And the dot is already on the radar. Going under one of the famous landmarks in Rio. Always nice to see that they actually try to include so many landmarks from the cities in this game. Give it a bit more recognition. But anyway, damage bar almost full. So in that sense, the mission did become tricky. But timing wise, plenty of time left this time around. Unlike in the first part of the mission. And that way the first 3 missions are done. The first 2 objectives we needed to do for Caine. Now, moving on to mission number 4. Now for something completely different. Now for something that becomes a bit more personal. And in which way? And that we will find out in the mission Save Jones.
The mechanic's calling on Jones. He's on his way. Where? Check the green sedan heading out from the obelisk.
Right, Jones is being targeted, that's obvious. And we need to make sure that does not happen. There's a green car coming from around here. And he's on his way to Jones in order to, well, do something bad to him, abduct him, kill him. Whatever criminals do if they actually want to get rid of the opposition. Of course, in Vasquez's eyes, we are part of Caine's gang after all. So he's also going to be trying to target us. This mission is actually one of the more difficult chase missions in the game, I must admit. And that is something we're going to be able to see the moment we reach him. Because I can remember this is going to be a mission where the car in question is going to be pretty difficult to stop. He's also going to be driving around the Copacabana area a lot, so you need to be dealing with the beach a lot. And the surrounding streets. It's not per se easy to try to chase someone over there. It's probably also the reason why we get so much time in this mission. We've got almost 3 minutes the moment we get to him. Which is almost. Now he's actually heading towards the coastline. So I might as well do that myself as well. Yeah. Now going straight. Eventually we should actually get him in our sights. There's a turn coming up. It might make it easier to try to catch up with him. Yeah, he's not driving too fast at this point. That will change the moment we actually get to him. Oh. Well, it's a good start, but definitely need some more punch in this mission. This is one of those missions where simply touching him is not enough. Looks like this time around it is about the actual damage. And now his slow speed is indeed no longer a thing. He only does that in order to give us a chance to catch up. Make the mission fair, you might say. At the moment we are directly chasing him, he's not going to be making it easy for us. Now reaching the Copacabana. The trick in this mission is to try to use the turns in the road here to try to cut him off. And that way get close to him and give him a punch the moment you get the chance. Or the other way around, he might actually also punch us. And that will also give him some damage. Now cutting the corner yet again, getting close to him. Then moving to the right side of the road. Try to get beside him, like this, and... well, that was a pretty good hit. Definitely not perfect, could have been better. But this is indeed the trick I would suggest using. Like this. Oh, now I completely missed him. Yeah, I never claimed this was easy. Still a hard trick to actually use. And no, don't get the chance, there's too much traffic. Oh, here we still got the ability to give you a little nudge. And luckily I've been able to turn him around. Go away. Also need to be careful with my own damage bar. It's not going too well. I'm actually suffering more than he is. Now. Yeah. Once again, could have been better. Try to stay right of him. Only move to the left of him, right here. When the turn changes. Actually need to be careful not to damage myself too much. This way I am going to be able to still win. Barely. So I need to make sure I don't get any damage without me also damaging him. Oh, come on, that's not fair. Oh, yeah. Only scraped him. Such a waste, I could have had him here. 50 seconds. It's going to be close. In two ways. Damage and time. Come on. Actually still waiting for a good hit. So far I'm only getting half hits. Even with those, eventually I will get there. Both still have the same amount of health left in our car. Oh! Okay. I guess this counts. Did not expect him to turn around, so... I guess we have a winner. Or, no. This is a tie. We both got wrecked. But luckily for the mission it only counts that this guy's wrecked, so... we are allowed to continue. Interesting way to finish this mission. Now, let's go talk to Jones about this.
You're right about Caine. There's something between him and Vasquez. Something more than Lenny. They operate the same way. I can't figure it out. Listen, they're moving Lenny the day after tomorrow. I get the details a couple of hours before they move.
You sure?
Am I sure? I'm a freaking holy wonder, baby. I got a hotline to the slime.
Get out as soon as you know. Your cover is too thin to hold. Next time they'll make sure.
Look, this ain't finished yet. I stay till it is.
Jones, we'll get someone else in. A new face. Look, yours is tripping too many wires.
It's my face that's unlocking the doors.
We got options. We can pick the locks. I'll make some calls.
Look, Vasquez has more men pouring into Chicago every day. Yesterday he sent a team back to Vegas. You know it ain't gonna stop here. Where next? San Diego, Miami? Caine's losing ground every minute. We have to stop them here, Tanner, while Caine still has a chance. We have to bring Lenny in now.
48 hours, Jones. That's all you got. Then we bring in a new face and we do this different.
This is the only way.
Yeah, this is a pretty interesting discussion. I can actually say that both Jones and Tanner are actually right about this, so... makes it a bit complicated. But if we listen to Jones's words, he is indeed a bit more right. We actually have to do this now. We're not going to be able to permit ourselves more delay. Right now, here in Rio is where we need to stop Lenny at last. Next mission, boat jump.
The ship we tagged last night is on its way out to Havana with a hull full of toys. I don't want that hardware leaving. When's it moving? It's already loaded.
Oh, come on, Caine. And call us a bit sooner. Then we have more time. Now we have... Let's go bump into the street light, because why not? But anyway, we've got 2 minutes, 50 seconds to get from Urca, the little peninsula that we actually start on the east, towards the docks. There's a boat there that's going to be shipping a couple of cute little toys for Vasquez. And we need to go stop that boat. However, we are in a big hurry. First we need to go leave this part of town. That's easy, there's luckily never traffic here, so not a whole lot of hindrance. Also no police on our tail. Or Brazilians, depends on what's going to be following us here. Police by the looks of it. But it looks like he did not spot us, so we can actually move on towards the tunnel. Still without a tail. Here comes another one. This one I'm not going to be able to avoid. Let's go wait until he spots me. Make him turn around in a safe way. If I actually keep on going full speed, he might actually crash into me the moment I try to pass him. And that is a risk I'm not willing to take. So, first police car out of our hair, but we do have felony now. More of them are going to be spawning. Driving through the Flamengo area. Safest thing to do is actually don't go through there directly. Take a left here. This street is a lot easier to deal with. Not so many complicated roads. Might actually save up some time. You are welcome to actually go through Flamengo. It's pretty fun there, as you may remember, so go ahead if you want to. I will actually try to do this seriously for now, because I'm actually fearing the time limit. It does not look like to be a very lenient one this time, so already closing in on the final minute in the time limit. I actually don't think I've got a whole lot of breathing room here. Keep on going full speed. Need to go take a right in this intersection. Oh, not a perfect turn. But good enough. Last minute. Are we still able to get here? Now, final intersection. Now it's going to be one straight road. The only thing we're going to be meeting up with is police cars. Sometimes actually hinder you. Oh, nice. He crashes into the traffic but is still able to keep on going. Good job, officer. However, I've got more tricks up my sleeve. Still here? Nope, correction, you are not. In the meantime, another half minute has passed, at least in-game time. I think everybody has noticed by now the in-game clock does not go as fast as a real-time clock. Even then, eventually it will actually reach 0. 20 seconds left and we actually get towards the docks. Now we just need to get onto the boat. The gate is over here, so enter it over here. Then we're going to be repeating what we did in the final mission in Vegas. I would actually suggest to park your car like this. You will see in a moment why. And then it is time for us to plant some more C4. Apparently we still had some left after the previous time we used them. There's no need to make another C4 deal this time around. But anyway, once all of them are actually placed, we've got not just 15 seconds to escape, but also to get off the boat. And the boat is indeed leaving, so make use of the ramp. And if your car is actually parked in such a way that we can immediately go full speed, it will be easier to get on the ramp and also be able to get on shore again. And then it's just a simple matter of waiting until the time actually runs out, which is now. And then the boat's gone. And the rest of the city as well, apparently. Interesting camera to actually finish things off. yeah, with this I think we've got ourselves another episode. Next time we will actually continue. I think there's around 4 missions remaining, maybe 5. Something like that at least, so I can guess 2 more episodes and we're going to be able to finish off Undercover in Driver 2. And Driver 2 will be completed. We are indeed that close to the end. Things are actually heating up for Tanner and Jones. Jones's cover is getting too thin to hold. There was already a hitman on his way to actually whack him, so in order to get Lenny here in Rio, we need to hurry up. Otherwise things are going to get way too complicated. Although that might still happen no matter what. I hope I will see you next time for the continuation of the conclusion. Thank you for watching. And like always, I will say, Treecks out. See you folks next time.